On December 14th, 2023, the Cleveland Cavaliers announced that both Evan Mobley and Darius Garland had sustained significant injuries that would leave them sidelined for as long as 8 weeks. At this time, Cleveland only stood at the 9th seed in the East after a rough start to the year. This should have been the shove that left the team potentially clamoring for a play-in spot. Instead, they went 15-4, tied for the 4th seed. A significant part of this winning was partially due to one man's emergence. Meet Sam Merrill. You may know of Sam as part of the championship squad in the 2020-21 season if you're a Bucks fan or someone who spends every waking moment on basketballreference.com like me. Only slightly true. He didn't get much run out during that season or postseason, but during his 4-year career, he has shown his sharpshooting prowess within his G League minutes, where he has gotten most of his playtime. He has shot a scorching 42.7% from downtown in his minutes there. In 2022-23, Merrill was on a G League contract with the Cleveland Charge, where he earned himself a call-up for a 10-day contract in March with the Cavaliers. After his 10-day, he was moved to a guaranteed contract, but was still riding the bench, only getting 5 games in the season. During the offseason, he then showed out during the Summer League, which kept his contract guaranteed for another year. Prior to Mobley and Garland going down, Merrill got some run, but in limited minutes. In the 19 games without Mobley and Garland, Sam Merrill got his opportunity, and he shot the lights out of the ball. He shot 43% on 17.71 three-point attempts per 100 possessions. This stretch has been equivalent to peak Steph Curry's shooting numbers. This isn't hyperbole. There have only been 3 seasons where a player has shot at least 41% from three-point range on 16 three-point attempts per 100 possessions and played at least 300 minutes. Those players are Steph Curry in 2020-21, Sam Merrill this season, and Steph Curry in 2018-19. Merrill is not the ball handler or finisher that Curry is, so he has to fully rely on his off-ball movement. He uses a lot of what we've seen from Curry throughout the last decade to put fear into the opposing team's defense. He utilizes an incredibly fast shot release, and he dupes players with his quick bursts into actions. If you are a moment late, it's almost if you are not there. If you are on time, but not expecting a shot, it's like you are not there. If you are there, he's still going to hit the shot. He rarely needs any space and is adept at finding holes. His shot from catch to release clocks in at a little less than half a second. That is nearly impossible for the defender to change his shot without a perfect contest. He has good feel for when to move into different slots off ball for easier passes to his teammates. This can occasionally catch his defender off guard, and he can get his shot off basically unguarded. Due to his shooting ability, his threat to shoot can result in more advantageous situations, with pump fakes, 3 free throws, or drives into the paint. Here, just the threat of shooting gets his defender off balanced and allows him to get into the paint and show that he is also ready to throw down the extra pass. George Niang, early in the stretch without Mobley and Allen, gave Merrill some sage shooting wisdom.
Whenever you're in the game and you're trailing, tell someone, I don't care who it is, just to pin down on you, because they're not thinking red in transition. So you're hot right now. So come get me, come get me, come get me.
Off to Merrill. Merrill fires. Woo! Hey, knocks it down. Sam Merrill, baby. Warm up the bus.
Even with all his shooting, what will help keep Merrill on the floor is respectable team defense. At 6'4", low 200 pounds, and with a seemingly average wingspan, he plays incredibly small on the floor. There's just a major cap to how much impact guards can have on a team's defense. It's less about gaining value, but not losing it on that end. Lucky for Sam, he's a smart team defender. The Cavaliers typically play a heavy help and rotate style defense. Sam seems to be well versed in the art of zoning when his weak side teammate leaves to help. He constantly checks between the 2 opposing players to make sure neither is moving or cutting, and quickly runs the pass once it is coming. If he is beat at the top of the key, he closes out on a way to block the passing lane from the corner. This style of defense is not flawless, but it works because of recovery from these zoners and then the helper. And despite his size, Merrill has great instincts for being the help defender as well. He's incredibly quick to block off the roller and pick and rolls and passing lanes on drives. However, due to his size, there are limitations to his help defense. Some of these help ventures are fruitless and the opposing player just shoots right over Sam. Mobley and Garland are back from injury, and it looks like the Cavaliers are making an effort to create room for Merrill in the lineup. Cleveland already employs 2 players below 6'4" in their starting lineup, so it will be hard for him to share the floor with both Mitchell and Garland. However, due to having a taller playmaker off the bench in LeVert, he fits well as a replacement for Garland or Mitchell off the bench. If Sam Merrill can hold up this form, he will be an incredible X factor in any playoff series, and he will end with an historic shooting season off the bench.